The Premier League is back, and I'm making my top 6 predictions. But I'm going to warn you now, some big clubs are going to miss out. Yeah. So, who finishes first? Can Arsenal defend their Premier League title? Or will Liverpool be able to go all the way? My top 6 predictions might actually surprise you. Yeah. So, let's talk football. It's no news anymore that the Premier League will be resuming this weekend, and some big clubs, in fact, all the teams have made top signings, quality signings, I assume, and all of them are getting ready, to kick off the season. Fans are always excited, thinking, okay, this might be our season. It's always been like that. This might be our season. Who's going to win? Who's going to finish well? My sixth from my ranking is Manchester United. Honestly, guys, I think Manchester United last season they profited from not playing, in Europe. They really profited from that. Yeah, there was a time they even started playing only on Mondays. They were playing actually, Monday football, and we were laughing at them. But it really profited them, and they were able to finish, in the top 4 spot. But I think being involved in the Champions League this season, it's going to be a tax for Man United and Michael Carrick, of course. This is where they're going to be judged, and I think it's going to affect the players' performance. Yes, no doubt they made some quality signings. They made the signing of Yuri Tillemans, they made the signing of Santos from Chelsea and all that. But I just feel like the Manchester United team I'm seeing is not ready to compete yet. Yeah, they can still do well. Because honestly, when Manchester United gets faced with playing in Europe, it's always affecting their Premier League chances. From what I've seen in previous years, in fact in recent years, it's always affecting their Premier League chances, and they don't have depth in the squad yet. That's what I feel. Yeah, they don't have that depth to be able to carry them in up to 4 competitions this coming season. So I think they are going to finish 6th. In my number 5, I have Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, Tottenham Hotspur. They've been battling relegation for the previous 2 seasons, but they've been able to make some signings though this season. Honestly, they made some good signings. Yeah, signed the likes of Sandro Tonali, Matthew Fernandes from West Ham, a lot of signings, right? Robertson from Liverpool. But I do think when you make a lot of signings like that, you don't expect everybody in that team to gel once. That's what I feel in terms of football. Considering that most of the signings are going to be playing together for the first time, you don't expect, especially if they are going to be integrated into the first team, which I feel like most of these signs they made, they are going to be actually playing the first team. But they are going to be losing, their defensive warrior in Christian Romero. So I think they will have some defensive lapses, right? And it might just be a cause for them not to finish in the top 4. But being that they're not going to be involved in Europe, right? They're not going to be involved in Europe this season. I think it's also a good chance, just like Man United last season, for them to finish in the top 6. So I'll place them at 5th. In my number 4 comes Chelsea. Chelsea under a new manager. This time they're not just signing young talent; they're actually signing some wealth of experience in terms of Jonah Henderson, Danny Welbeck. So I think it's going to help them in finishing in the top 4. And Alonso being a manager that has coached in the German league, he's coached in the Spanish league. He's already building his experience, guys. Yes, I can tell you that he's building some experience, and he has also played he's actually played in the English league with Liverpool. So I think it's going to help them there, in terms of where they'll finish. I know they lost players like Cucurella, and they might still lose Enzo, right? But guys, I think Chelsea this season will be able to finish in the top 4, right? In my number 3 comes Manchester City. Now they just lost Pep Guardiola. They are losing Rodri. They are losing Bernardo Silva. These are 2 key players under Pep Guardiola, right? So I don't think it's going to be that easy for them to just be fighting for the titles like they always been doing, right? But I do think they still made some quality signings. They signed Elliot Anderson, right? I think they are still going to actually make another sign in the midfield. I think so before this transfer window closes. But they'll be able to retain some key players, right? Haaland is still there. Don't forget Haaland, guys, is there. They have so many attackers that are actually quality. their lapses might actually be maybe somehow in the midfield, which I think they will sign someone there. They have Ruben Dias still in defense. They're able to retain some key players. So I think forget about the Community Shield result against Arsenal. Man City are not the team to be played with. Under Enzo Maresca, of course, I know it's not Pep Guardiola at this time, but I still give them that chance. They might just, try to be, let's say, title pretenders. they might fight for the title, but guys, I don't think they are going to be winning it. In my number 2 comes Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal is a good team. They have, to me, they should be the number 1, right? They should be, because they are actually this team that just finished winning the Premier League, and now they are coming on the back of winning the Community Shield. You can see how good they are actually, because most of the players that won them the title, they retained them. But the only reason why I'm putting them in second is because Saliba is out till the end of the year. Yeah, and I think it's going to affect them a bit, because from last season I saw when Saliba was injured that it actually affected their performance in defense. I know Gabriel is there, yeah, but I don't think it's enough. I think that partnership with Saliba, he's also gotten used to it, that when he plays with any other person, he doesn't give what he gives when he plays with Saliba. Saliba complements him very well. So I think that's no issue of Saliba being injured to December might affect them, right? So that's why I don't think they might be able to retain the title, but they might still shock me. I don't know. In my number 1 spot, of course, comes Liverpool. So underrated. People think, so many things have written Liverpool off, forgetting that actually, okay, we have a new manager, right? Good. Now we are returning to the style, the Liverpool style, the pressing way, yeah. And now, this new manager is actually making some sensible signings. In defense, our issues defensively is looking like it's going to be sorted this season. Yeah. We've been having issues recently in defense, but with the signing of Jacket coming in, you saw how well he played in his first preseason game. Araujo, I told you, he's a guy with a wealth of experience, and I think the Premier League fits him well because he has the physical attributes to play in the Premier League. So if we can keep Jacket and Araujo, or Leon, when Leon comes back fit, guys, our defense might just be the best in the Premier League. I'm just telling you, I'm just being honest, because Araujo is a guy that comes with a wealth of experience. He's trying to prove a point, and he's under a new weather. He's not in Barcelona team that he finds no issues with his confidence. He's in a new environment. I think it helps him. Now coming to the attacking, that's where I think we just need to sign at least one additional signing in the attack and in the midfield. Of course, I said we need a defensive midfielder. So if Liverpool can be able to sign a player like Barakola, right, in the wings, and sign another midfielder, guys, we're good to go. And I think they are going to get this done before the end of the transfer window. And people are thinking, okay, you guys have players, but these players didn't play well in their first season. But guys, I think they are going to play well in this coming season. I think Weitz and Isak will have a very much better season than they did last year. Yeah, I think they are going to click this season. Yes, they've been showing that in preseason, and I think once they click, forget it. If we can combine the goals of Weitz, Isak, and if Ekitike can come back by the end of the year, we'll be having lots of goals that can, replace these goals that we will be lacking in terms of losing Mo Salah. So I guess this is my top 6 prediction for the Premier League. What's yours? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please do where to click on the like button, okay? Leave a comment below. Tell me your preference for the top 6. Also, you can also do where to share to your friends, and then don't forget to subscribe, okay? Subscription is free. You don't pay for it. Until next time, I'll see you again. Say peace.